Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday of Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you are headed into a weekend where you have a little bit of extra time to spend on the things you love doing. Hopefully that is the case. Yeah. I spent yesterday evening, took a ride over to my sister-in-law's family. They were, my brother and his family were staying with my sister-in-law's family up at the lake they live on, just because their house is slightly bigger. They have room for the 3 nephews and the 3 dogs. And also because their house closing was yesterday afternoon. So they are sort of spending a couple of days with family and friends before driving out to Colorado. So we went over yesterday evening to have another dinner with them and spend some time. So it was very nice to spend that time with family. But it was also, it had been raining all day, and so all 3 of the nephews were kind of like, felt like they had a little bit of cabin fever. Plus, they're all 7, 5, and 3. Is he 3 yet? Anyway, there's about 2 years between each of them. And so it was, they have energy anyway. And then when you add the fact that you're like, it's sort of like holiday goodbyes, you get special treats, you get send-off cake, you get, all the sugar. So they were very hyperactive. But I mean, they're little boys. They're kind of built to be slightly hyperactive. But yeah, so it was fun. And I did get some writing done yesterday, but did some handwriting instead of digital. Yeah, so that was how my yesterday went. Hopefully you had a fun time. Also, I did put up a poll, but I meant to kind of hold on to it until we were actually live. So you may see some poll results where everything is 0% because I clicked end poll. So we will do the poll in a little bit. So, and Megan said, "Oh, I love polls." You wish it was Twitch because you want the option to, you want to click on 2 options. Ah, okay. Well, I do, like, I could switch it on to stream to Twitch as well, but then I'd have to create a second poll in Twitch, I think. So we'll just, for now, we'll keep it on YouTube for right now, and then we'll figure out everything else. Miss Ocampo Monique says, hello, everyone. And Becca C. Smith says, hello. Hello. Catherine says, greetings and felicitations. My computer has been on berserker mode for 2 days. Let's see how well it behaves this afternoon. Hopefully it behaves itself. Monique is sending off a work email. Cool Gamer says, hello, welcome. Monique says, oh, yeah. CB says, hello. Hello, hello. Yes, it was very nice. Matt said, my brother said that he didn't sleep very well the night before, thinking about all the things that still had to be done. So he took a nap before dinner. So I got a chance to hang out with sister-in-law and nephews and her family for a little bit before he came out, and we got to visit with him. So CB says hello. And Monique says, my tasks for the day: blog post and working on the cast list for Drama of the Undead. There you go. Raylyn, hello, welcome. Catherine says, imagine yesterday was bittersweet. It kind of was, but like, we've known it was happening. We've known that they always wanted to go back to Colorado, just because they enjoyed their time out there so much. And both my brother and my sister-in-law are very active people. And there's just a lot more to do active outside, outdoorsy wise, in Colorado versus here in Georgia. I mean, there's still some stuff here in Georgia, but there's more of the kind that they like in Colorado, I should say. CB is eating dinner right now. Nice. Stacy says, I'm watching the closing arguments. Oh goodness, is that today? Okay. There's a lot, a lot of information. 2020s are officially the worst. Oh no. Megan says, I know this is controversial, but you're fully on her side. That is a controversial thing at the moment. Yeah, there's so much weird stuff going on about that. I don't know. Laura says, hello. Monique says, I don't really know what to make of the Depp herd. I'd rather just stay out of that conversation. Yeah. Rachel says, hello. Dinner is really spicy. Oh no. Unless you enjoy it. Swinton says, hello, you're celebrating the finish of your line edits. Yay! Next week, your second book goes to your copy editor. That is exciting. That is very exciting. Monique says, I posted on my blog yesterday and today will be part 2. Nice. Okay, so it's a spicy sausage baked bean chili. Gotcha, Ala. Gotcha. Jordan is here. Hello, Colorado. It's where you have a lot of wilderness, and it's a place in America, in your opinion, where people want to go because they're looking for that kind of thing. Yeah, and colder weather, true. But it's also highly expensive because everybody wants to go there. Highly expensive. So CB says, would it be controversial to say that both Depp and Heard are likely in the wrong? Probably not. I mean, I think they probably have both done some damage to each other. So Rachel says Depp versus Heard both were assholes to one another. There you go. Yeah. And hello. Miss Ocampo says, what I will say is that they bring out the worst in each other. Megan says, I think both parties made poor choices as well. Yeah. True. Very true. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set us up for the poll. And it's going to be asking what you're doing this weekend. Relaxing and self-care, writing like a fiend, or family chaos time. Those are your 3 options. And of course, if you have something else that you want or that you are planning to do, please do feel free to drop it in the chat. But yes, so polls, cards, and writing chat time. Yes. So I'm going to leave that up for a little bit so you can answer as you wish. Raylan says, I live in the Netherlands and we know this thing about Depp versus Heard goes on, but nobody talks about it, and you really love that. Yeah, there's something quite odd about it's a defamation lawsuit, and yet they are spending more time trying to prove that one or the other was a domestic abuser towards the other one. And to some extent, you do have to prove one way or another, or at least convince the jury one way or another to even make a decision about defamation. But it feels weird to me. Maybe it's because I live in the South, and in the South, people like refer to this as airing your dirty laundry in front of the whole neighborhood. Like, people don't really talk about it. Like, people don't talk about this kind of stuff in like everyday conversation, because that's like private business. And I think there's something fundamentally wrong about our society that we are, I mean, as much as I like have been invested on and off in sort of like going to see what the tea is. But at the same time, there's something fundamentally wrong with us enjoying this as entertainment. Same thing I saw that Quinta, what's her last name? She used to be with BuzzFeed. Now she is the writer and lead actress for Abbott School. People started after the Texas shooting, after Buffalo and Texas. They started telling her that she ought to include a school shooting in the narrative of her show. And so she was tweeting about that, that there's like something is fundamentally broken, that instead of doing something about the violence, that you're asking for more of it as entertainment. So there's a lot of things that are broken. But maybe it's just that humans in general are kind of broken things. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Brain. Rachel says, I have been told that relaxing and time away from computers are a must this weekend. Oh, well, in that case, your answer is probably going to pop up on the relaxing and self-care side, or maybe the family chaos time. Monique says, I don't want to go into detail, but you're hoping your family and you can do some sightseeing away from Houston. Oh, nice. Becca agrees. It seems to have gone off the rails. Yeah. Yep. Stevie says, I'm in the UK and the UK media aren't really covering. Yeah, it's because it's not really, it shouldn't be as important as it has become to the media. Spilling the tea, yeah. You're surprised that the UK media is not recovering it because when RDJ was dealing with his addictions, the UK media was all over him. In fact, he walked out for an interview. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Megan says, I think domestic violence ought to be talked about more because obviously a large portion of society can't recognize it when it's right in their face. This is also true. Yes. So when I was mentioning like dirty laundry, I think this was more of like the how much drugs, how much drinking, how much name calling, how much like all of the domestic abuse stuff absolutely needs to be talked about. But some like the dirty laundry of like the rest of it, I don't know. Maybe it's because it can't be separated because it one leads to another or something. I don't know. Laura says, I think it's a distraction from the shit show that's the world right now and why people seem to talk about it that much. Yeah, that could also be true. Rachel agrees with Megan. Becca says they obviously had an extremely toxic relationship, but in cancel culture, it affects both of their livelihoods. Yes. An Age of Ultron press junket because the interview would not leave his. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Monique just hates all of it right now. There's a bit of a difference when people are making memes over it versus talking. Yes, that entertainment. Yes. That is a difference. CB says, I agree too to Megan. Been there, done that as a 4.5-year-old child. Yeah. Jordan says, it's just like in Roman times when they used to feed people to the lions for entertainment. This is no different, and human life is not entertainment in your opinion, especially if your life is the one that's being lost. Yes. Yeah. Human society is weird. Paget is here. Hello. Yes, you did indeed make it. Welcome. CB says, a piece of me kind of wants the judge to throw the book at both of them. Yep. Your destruction of choice is critical role. That's much better. Much better. Escapism. Yes. Rather find my escapism in fantasy. Yes. let's see. Hey, Charles. I don't think Charlie is here just yet. Where are you from in the shout out, by the way? Because you only have a little bit of a southern accent. I'm from Georgia. I was born in Florida, raised for a couple of years in Utah, and then spent more than 20 years here in Georgia. So at the moment, it's not super duper strong, but it can be. It most definitely can be. Pat just said, I saw a clip of that interview. You think, yeah, firmly on RDJ's side for that one. Yeah. Catherine says to Monique, I agree. If I'm going to escape, I'm going to really escape. Yes. And that's why Ms. Ocampo's blog that's being written today or posted today is going to be about fantasy giving hope. Nice. Yesterday you posted about Lord of the Rings. Nice. Planning on watching a movie with the Hubs this weekend, binging Stranger Things and the rest of Moon Knight, and hoping to walk on the beach for a bit. Nice. Monique says, today I'm writing about Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine. Yes, Georgia, you're from Alabama and you're now in North Carolina. Yeah. I mean, the South is the South. Although there are some spots in the South that are thicker accents than others yeah. Southern stuff, we all know about it. Yep. Yes, we do. Yeah. Have depth herd fatigue. Yeah. A lot of fantasy is written along the hero's journey model. Indeed. Hope is an essential part of that paradigm. Yes. Makia and 9. Okay. Thank you. South is wildly different from California's culture. I would agree with that. Yeah. Monique says the hero's journey is also part of your current literature tutoring class. Yes. You have friends who sound like... Yes, don't we all though? Okay, let's do a card. We have a trigger warning post-it note because it is the snake spirit for today. Okay, as in Deus Ex Machina. Gotcha. So the main message for the snake is that it's time to heal, which is appropriate given some of the topics in the world. So all of us need healing at times, and when the snake spirit appears, it is time to repair, renew, and replenish yourself and your vulnerable heart. Self-care and maintenance work are needed so that your vitality can arise. Give yourself the space to nourish your own well-being. Vulnerability is necessary for friends and partnerships to work, which mean all of us have tender emotions at times. Be gentle with yourself and others now. Shed the past and step into a new way of being, for vitality is rising in you. This might be a good time to honor the work you have done to heal, grow, and repair any damage within you, within those you care about, and within your community. Celebrate together how far all of you have come in your healing journey and all that you have created. Unburden yourself of anything that no longer supports well-being, prosperity, positive relationships, and well-being, and open the door for healing to occur. So that's a very good message for today, especially given some of the topics that we mentioned. I am going to show the snake. So if you do not want to see said snake, go ahead and look away in 3, 2, 1. Here's our snake. He's very cute, but also himself. So covering snake back up. Snake is now covered. You may now look again. So that is our card for today. Being gentle with yourself and with others, taking some time for self-healing and celebrating the healing that we've done. So there you go. All right. Padge says to Megan, amen, I'm from South Carolina and live in California, and they might as well be different species. Yes. Monique was born in the year of the snake. Nice. Megan says, honestly, listening to stories of the South sounds like listening to a foreign country. Well, I mean, most countries are not the size of the United States. Most countries are the sizes of our states. So that's the whole thing about the United States, because states mean like country. Anyway, lexiconography and semantics and stuff. Yes. Catherine says, I learned the hero's journey from Joseph Campbell's book, Before You Came Back to Writing. The theme is also prominent in his series, Masks of God. Yes. Yes, Joseph Campbell is definitely a good place to start if you are thinking about writing structures. Talking to people back home and talking here, you speak different languages and you're not even talking about saying, yeah. Yep. Monique is getting Cobra Kai vibes. Raylan loves the snake. Yes. Had to look away because Danger Noodle scares you. Yes. I remembered I am leaving the sticky note on there so I don't accidentally scare y'all. Paget says it's interesting balance. You loving different things about both areas. Your southern people think you're a big hippie, and you know California folks are like, she's a hick, but at least she's nice about it. True. All right. So we need a sprint. Would you like a 15 or a 25? 15 or 25. Megan walked away to put on lotion because of the snake. Just take that moment away. There you go. So would you like warm-up 15 or full-on sprint 25? We have 2 votes for 25, 1 vote for 15, 3 votes for 25. All right, we will go ahead and do a 25. Mom Maggie, 75 sounds great. If you want a 75-minute timer, you can look into my writing sprint playlist and you will see Devin's timer. All right, so this is one of Laura's timers, one of her newer ones. It's the one that moves in the background. So if that makes you car sick or dizzy or nauseous in any way, please do let me know. All righty. I'm probably going to be working by hand this first print, but we'll do our regular reminders. So number 1, save your document, especially if you've already been working. If you have not been working yet today, go ahead and pull up your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. I have both water and cranberry lime green tea. 3, make sure that you straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. And also, if you have not answered the poll yet, please do so. All right. No, look at the words. The words. Yes. All righty. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, y'all. I need to finish my thought/line. Okay. All right. I think I got just at 400 words in 20 minutes. I did a couple things in my planner before I started, and then I took a look at the timer, and I was at 20 minutes when I started. So I'm estimating 400 words based on the kind of word count that I got with this narrow ruled paper before. Pretty good. Let's see. I've got a scene that I'm working on, and I want to say that I got maybe 2/3 of the way done through it just by like jotting down the things. Yeah. So that's that. Okay. Let me see how y'all did. I saw some people were talking about Myers-Briggs personality types. Kate said, hello, stuck in work nonsense today, but using these sprints to keep my sanity. We are glad to help you with that. Mama Maggie was saying you're drinking mint and picote tea. Picote? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and that's definitely because I haven't tried it yet. And so I don't know enough about it. Padgett says, you're drinking early bird cocktail. It's a go-get-'em drink that tastes like Flintstones vitamins with collagen powder in it that you are depending unfairly on to make you very beautiful. You hope this whole collagen trend ends up being worthwhile. At least it tastes like nothing, but you always wonder, will this be the next St. John's wort, and in 6 years we'll laugh that we drank collagen? Who knows? Mom Maggie says, thanks for reminding me. The doctor told me to start adding collagen powder to 1 beverage a day to help with your nails since you can't take most capsule collagen supplements. Padgett says the early bird cocktail does give a good boost, though. That's nice. CB says, I took the Myers-Briggs test thing, got INFP, but you're no psychologist, psychiatrist, so you haven't got a clue what the heck that means. INFP is, from what I understand, one of the rarer personality types, and yet at the same time I always seem to run into people who have it. It's just kind of funny. So the I versus the E is pretty self-explanatory. Introvert versus extrovert. That's where you gain energy. Do you gain energy from being around other people? That would make you E for extroverted. Or by being by yourself to recharge your batteries. How do you recharge your batteries? That's the first one. The N is intuition, right? You sort of get feelings or hunches, if I'm trying to remember this right. I'm trying to remember what the other option is, because I always run into people who are in as their second. Good Lord. I swear I spent time looking at these. Myers-Briggs personality types. 16 personalities. Yeah. You can kind of get S. S is the other one. Sensing or intuition. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So you can Google. There's plenty of information about the Myers-Briggs personalities. I float between INTJ and INTP because I'm an overthinker. So that's the whole reason why. And that's when I'm taking the test the way I'm supposed to. But however, because I'm an overthinker, I can actually answer this test and get any answer that I want. And if that doesn't show that I'm an overthinker, I don't know what is. Yeah, if anyone struggles with wanting to be alive, then when you wake up, oh, yes, I will definitely be looking up the early bird cocktail because I am not an early bird. There's powder at Sam's and you can add it to everything and not tell the difference other than having to shake your drink periodically. It's also meant to be good for joints and things. And you have noticed that your faulty Achilles has been better recently. Oh, that's good. That's good. INFPs are, yeah, INFPs tend to be everybody's favorite, and that's because the FP part, well, the NFP part, I should say, that part together, they are able to read the room, read your feelings, and know how to respond appropriately to it. Like that combination, which means that they are essentially everybody's favorite because they know how to handle us. Paget says, such wonderful unicorns. Yes. Stephen Colbert and Tom Hiddleston are INFPs, for example, of creative adorableness. Yeah. Always get excited when you encounter an IFP. Yes. Okay, Farmer Right. Had to do some garden work. Garmer. I was trying to combine these two comments, apparently. Monique had to do some garden work. Ian Stewart says, I hopped in before class and worked on a quiz for your class at 8 a.m. You're learning about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. So many things in that. So many things. And this story in particular is a really fascinating blend of Christianity trying to wrap up paganism and explain it in its own ways, while also showing that Christianity and sort of like the paladins or the knights that have sworn to whatever, are still able to take control of situations. It's a weird thing. There's so much mix of paganism and Christianity in this story, but it's also really interesting in terms of like attitudes towards women and women's rights, and like there's so many fun things about this story. Sorry, I'm going to zip my literary. we're gonna switch back to the comments, and we're gonna pretend I didn't just hop on my teacher soapbox there. Paget says 420 minutes is good. It is very good. Sometimes they flow like that, which is nice. CB got 248 words. Nice. Paget agrees. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is a fun one. Oh, there's lots of chat. Okay, I'm going to try and go through these. Catherine says 486 words. Nice. Megan is working on editing your boyfriend's legal document and got some popcorn. Nice. Ian Stewart says, I also started doing writing sprints for your writing club IRL, so thank you for helping you learn how to sprint. It's been great to share with others. I'm so glad. Sprinting has been so nice for me. Monique says, didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I'm making some progress. Good. Becca says, I spent that whole sprint reading Courtney Project's blog about how this other author has been ripping off their social media marketing since 2017. Oh, I will have to go read that later because I did not know that was happening. Let me write a note for myself. I spent some time in Beautifully Bookish Bethany's chat last night about authenticity on YouTube for BookTube, and because Alexa Dunn was there, sort of the author side also got mentioned. So that was a really interesting. Charlie's comment at the end there. Yes. And there was lots of veiled tea about the BookTube community. Kate says, got 3 pages of proposal text edited. Nice. Mom Maggie says, talking to daughter who's having a meltdown. Oh no. Charlie says, hey, hello, welcome. Monique is INFJ. Megan is also INFJ. Stevie says, I prefer being alone. Yes, that's your I part. Yes, so the being able to read another person, whether it's because you're picking up on all the body clues or because empathy or whatever, that's the NFP combo there. So Megan highly recommends this link for explaining the 16 personalities. Okay, Paget says, oh, cool, INTJs are great for ENFPs, which is yours. Your husband is an INTJ. You guys get things done. Yes. And that is, for the most part, I'm INTJ, but then occasionally my P switches on. And I also like to think that my P occasionally stands for procrastination. INFJ, yes, nice. The way you interpret Myers-Briggs is with cognitive functions. Yes, and that's also very easily translatable. Catherine says, I need to pick brains. I'm at the end of the finale. Your main character is being hauled away in an ambulance. Figuring out whether to add a section about how she explains her injuries or just go to the final image. Okay, I would say if in the finale we, as the reader, understand how she got the injuries and to what extent her injuries are, relatively, I would say you wouldn't need to have her explain them because that's part of the paramedic's job is to make sure that they know that and can figure that out. If we reasonably know how she got hurt, she or he, whoever your main character is, if we reasonably know how they got hurt, then in the final image, you may reference that it was like more extensive than we thought initially, but I don't think you need to explain again. But that's just me. So lots of INFJs. Yes, indeed. Sam's Powder you're talking about is the collagen one, not the early bird one. But the early bird is very dope for getting into the groove of productivity without spitting off the planet. Musa Campa has an off-topic question. Would you guys be open to a production of Little Shop of Horrors that has an actor or actress playing Audrey II? Don't know. I have no hard feelings one way or the other. So, INFJ. You're more alpaca than unicorn, but oh well. Yes. I still have the puppet, but instead of a large puppet, the plant becomes the space pod. I don't know. INFJs are like, if the husband had feelings, what a world that would be. INTJs have feelings, rational, logical feelings. Yes. If both of your kids today is your last day at school, gotcha. You're at your youngest for a pizza party, and she decided to stay for the afternoon. Nice. You're actually really appreciative of the INTJ viewpoint because it's pretty different from you, but they can always explain it so directly and succinctly that it makes sense. That's nice. That's what the goal is when I usually start trying to explain things. But even after all this time. I still am not quite there all the time. This is what Charlie was responding to my comments about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. So, all right, y'all. We have been chatty. So we're going to go ahead and pop up the next sprint. We're just going to go right ahead into the same timer, 25 minutes. Don't forget, this is your self-promo sprint. So if you want to promote something, your YouTube channel, your Etsy, YouTube, Twitch, Etsy, Amazon, website, blog, social medias, any of those, feel free to self-promote and let us know what you are accomplishing. So there we go. Also, I think I will probably end the poll so that at the end of this sprint, so if you have not voted yet as to what you are planning to be doing this weekend, do let us know if you feel like it. All right, here we go. 1, save your document if you've been working on it. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, that was the end of sprint number 2. That was your self-promo sprint. So don't forget to promote. So as I commented in, well, before we get to that, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll for this weekend's plans. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and do that. I'll give you about a minute. Yeah, so I wrote like maybe, I think I wrote about 100, maybe 160-ish words. Got over onto the second page, and then I got distracted, and I looked up a couple things, and then I had gone to Michael's kind of recently, because I do that occasionally to see if I can pick up some more washi tape and stickers and things. And I did. I found a couple of things. I found one that I've already started to use. This was not in the like planner section. This was in their like regular sticker section. But anyway, so it's a sort of floral, like just leaves type of thing. It's also got some alphabets in there that are pretty cute. I also got a constellations star themed one. It's also got some of the stickers in smaller form from the like planner sticker packs that I had gotten before. So now I have some backup for that. But anyway, while I was there, I decided I was going to take a look at their wax sealing like kit stuff. And they had some wax like mini candles, and they had some of the little stampers, but they didn't have the sort of like the spoons that go with it. You're just supposed to like light the little wax candle, drip it onto your envelope, and once you had enough drips, then you press. That's fine and all dandy. But the ones that I had seen before had like a little stand that you set the tea light in, and then you like just put these little chips of wax into your spoon, and you may or may not be less likely to drip where you don't want wax by using that. Anyway, so I was looking for sort of like a kit, a starter kit. They did not have any. They had some online, but they were kind of ridiculously priced. So I remembered that today because my brain is in distraction mode at the moment, and I decided to look on Amazon. And they have them. And they're about $20 to $25 for a kit. So let me show you what I'm looking at. And y'all should tell me if I need, y'all should tell me if you support me in spending this frivolous money for a silly new habit that that I don't really need. But yeah, so anyway, so you can see that it is $22.99, so $23. This is one of the kits, and you get a sort of like a fishing tackle box full of different colors, and some of them are metallic, as you can see there, sort of like marbly effects, and some of them are more solid colored. So you get these little chips, and then you get several tea lights to go with it. Now the tea lights I could get at the Dollar Tree, and that wouldn't be that bad for a pack. But here's the little candle rest thing. So you put the tea light underneath, and then the spoon rests and balances there, and you put the little wax chips in there, and it melts, and then you pour it onto your envelopes. And then they give you apparently two seals with this set, both of which are sort of foliage. So you have like the tree of life type thing, and then some sort of, I don't know, evergreen, I suppose. So it comes with the two wax stamps, several envelopes to play with, the candle warmer, the two metallic pens. So this is if you want to, say if you choose a dark, the black, so you wanted a black seal, but then you can rub the metallic pen marker over it and have it be sort of like gold embossed, like fake gold embossing type thing, and make the stamp stand out a little bit more. I have watched far too many videos of people doing this, so I already know quite a bit about it. But yeah, so then you have, so that's about it for this particular set, and it's a decent set. It's one that has the two different foliage, these two options for stamp sealing. And then you have, like this set has the same amount, or well, a little less wax pieces, but comes with more tea lights, but it only has the one stamper option. And then you can just get like refills of like particular colors or whatever. This one comes with some paper as well as envelopes, so if you don't have any stationery paper, but it only comes with either a rose or a best wishes. So there's only one option for the stamp thing. So anyway, I'm just like, you know, and then you can have like custom stamps made, and then you can have like, so then you can buy like this, super cute, more options like the little kitty cat for your seals. Thank you would be very useful, you know, after your like birthdays and gifts and stuff. Or like if you have an Etsy store and you ship out products and you wanted to do a fancy schmancy thank you letter, like that thank you one would be pretty nice. What does this say? Good luck. Okay. So yeah, so there's many options. So I'm just like, I kind of want to pick up a new hobby. So I may I may do this one. So that's what I was getting distracted by. So yeah, so let me know if y'all have had experience with wax seals. Is it worth it? Has anybody tried these? Like, is this worth the 25 bucks investment to get like that basic, the basic kit with two different foliage stamps? Like, is that something that's worth it? Should I, because I would be paying that much money for just like a small box of candle wax and a stamp at Walmart, or not Walmart, Michael's. I'd be paying just that much for two pieces. So okay, so Mama Maggie has some comments. They pop off the paper unless you get a high cotton paper. Oh, okay. So that's something to keep in mind. So like if I had regular old printer paper, or some cheapo envelopes, it might not work as well. Would they work if they were inside a package? Like if they were not being like actually mailed on the outside? I don't know. But yeah, anyway. CB says, that looks cool, but nope, not for me. I'm dangerous enough without me trying to do something with hot wax. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that maybe a new hobby that I pick up. I mean, I have a couple people I can write to, that kind of on the regular, if I can remember to do that. Otherwise, I'll just be playing with the wax seals. But I suppose, like, here's another thing that you could kind of make a small business out of. If you just printed or made like a crap ton of these seals that said like thank you, or like the love one, if you're going to do like wedding planner or whatever, you could like batch make them and then sell them on Etsy, I suppose. Of course, somebody's probably already thought of that. Anyway, brain. But then you'd have the problem of how do you stick it to the paper. So I don't know if you'd like have to add more type of like double sticky tape or something to the back side of it. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was the second sprint, y'all. We've chatted a whole bunch today, and that's probably my fault, so apologies. I'm going to run through the self-promo real quick as I can, and then we'll see if we can squeeze in a third sprint. Okay, so Monique has a blog, and there it is. If you wanted to take a look at the Lord of the Rings and Fantasy Giving Hope blogs, those are going to be there. Paget says, here's my first self-promo ever. Your first book of this series is out in 2 weeks. You're so bad at planning, though, so you have no links just yet. I know, but it is called Murder at Juniper Hall, and it's a cozy mystery. Nice. Paget is excited about Monique's articles. Amy says, hello. Paget says, I guess I should finally build my website this weekend. Maybe. That might be a thing to do. Now, especially now that you have something fun to put on it. Yes. Amy says, congrats on your book. Yes. Megan says, I have space available for my copywriting services. If you need sales copy written, I can help you out. And here's the link for that. I'd love if you followed Megan on Twitter for all of your hot opinions and lots of hippo pics. And those are quite fun. Yes. Amy says, as for self-promo, I recently put out a very short 3-minute vlog that has your drawings in it. Otherwise, honestly, you start doubting if all this drawing time is down the drain as you are not trying to be an illustrator. Gotcha. But here is Amy's new vlog. So there it is. And Jenna says, hee hee, hope you're all well. Or hi, I hope you're all well. Could be read either way. And Jenna says, hello, like button, and off to final prep chaos for book 3's launch, which is next week. I'm looking forward to that. Heather's coming in for a moment to say hi. CB has 40 stories on Archive of Our Own under the name Pepperoni Fan, 1982. Jenna says, you're very tired. You've been quiet on purpose for life reasons lately. Yes, and you are getting ready for your book launch. Lots of highs. Oh dear, it jumped. Paget says, I'm here for the hippo pics to Megan. Paget is excited about book 3 launch. Heather says, I don't remember who knows, but the whole house was diagnosed with, oh no, with the plague on Tuesday. So that's where you've been this week. I hope that y'all recover quickly and with no long-term side effects. But yes, take care and stay safe, says Jenna. Monique finished her blog post. Yay! Paget says, I love picking up new hobbies. It's my greatest talent. Yes. Mastering them is a whole other thing, though. Yes, yes. So there is no pre-order link just yet for Paget's book. Maybe next time for book 4. Heather says, agreed, Paget. Also, your gel printing is in sorrowful need of practicing. Yep. 169 words for CB. Got distracted by planning your trip to New York City and DC. Amy is fully on board with the stickers and washi tape. Yes, wax stamps. That was my Laura says, it looks so fun. Jenna's on board. I love the wax seals. Becca also wants it. Heather says, ooh. So this was where Mom May was giving us a little bit of advice. Wax stamps would be so legit. Yes. Heather says, I have a very small set that you got to use with your wedding invitations, but didn't use because it wasn't recommended for actually mailing. So you do have to still have it. Oh. Sigmy says, also getting massive Hogwarts vibes. Pedge says, I just found a site where you can get those plastic cases for VHS tapes for cheap, and Martha suggested them for organizing things like charger cables and cords. Oh, yes. Unrelated, but that's where self-promo took me. Yeah, sometimes we get so distracted. So may actually use it for your Etsy shop packaging with the Tree of Life stamp. Nice. Would running a hairdryer over at work. To get it to stick to, if you pre-made seals. Maybe. FYI, you can't mail wax sealed envelopes unless they're inside another envelope because the wax messes up the mail sorting machines. Okay, that is an answer too. CB says, I found out the Smithsonian Zoo has alpacas, but no bats. Interesting. All right, y'all. It is 2:48. What is today? Today's Friday. Right. Should we do a 10-minute to take us just to the top of the hour, or are y'all okay with going over the top of the hour to do another full-size sprint? What would you like to do? 10, or go ahead and go full 25? Let's see. I'm going to open Devin's playlist, and let's see. Let's see. At 3, Martin or Martine, I'm not sure, is going to be with Bethany Vota and Gary Thomas. I also need to end the poll. So it does not look like Michael is streaming at the moment, or will be streaming. Okay, so the poll results were 43% of the people who are here are planning on relaxing and self-care. 36% are planning to write like a fiend, and 20% are planning to have family chaos time. It sounds like nobody has an opinion one way or another for the sprinty sprints. So what I will do is I will sort of kind of do in between. And I'm going to use a 15-minute timer that'll take us a little over the top of the hour, but not very far. That way I won't run too far into your 3 o'clock hour, or whatever hour it is for your time zone. So, all right, here we go then. Let's go ahead and do third sprint, because I need at least 3. Third sprint. Save your document. Hydrate. Cheers. Straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 15 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. That is that. I think I've reached about 700 words for this scene. I think I've reached about the end of the scene as well. I've got a few more details to add, but other than that, pretty good. I made sure that I grabbed like a thicker barrel pen. My hand was starting to cramp pretty bad yesterday and the day before when I was using this notebook. But again, that's because I was using smaller barreled pens. So, not too bad. I also, like one of the recommended things for me was after I put that stamp kit on my wish list, Laura says, for a second, it was showing my recommended videos after the timer ended because you saw Two Set. Well, I watched Two Set as well. So it could be because I was binge watching some of their stuff recently. So, but yes, so I, let me take that off. I have also put into my, list of things to get. This was a 6-piece or 6 seal thing. So it's got a little, this was their moon set, I think. Yes, this is the moon set. So it's got a kitty cat with some moon phases and stars. We've got a little magic potion bottle. Some mountain forest scene with crescent moon. And then we've got sort of more of like a geometric mountain with the stars and moon. Then we have a moon, flowers, and dangly crystals, which is super cute. And a different kind of moon and crystals. So that's the moon set. And then if you want more Laura style, you've got some real fun things as well. There's the little bat. He's cute too. Then they had a different, this was the botanical set. They had a little mushrooms, which I thought were cute. And then a dagger and some roses. That's what it looks like when it's done. There's the mushrooms when it's done and sort of like gilded with the, there's a different, is that the same or is that a different? Maybe it just looks different because it's rotated. Some foliage. Yes, then they have a Christmas set, a starry animals set, which has wolf, dragon, butterfly, bee. There's the kitty cat, and a eagle or hawk of some sort. So definitely some options, but also more money. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Maggie has another one. She said this is the one that's been on your wish list for a while. That's a very detailed bee. Yes. I like that one. There's just so many good ones. So let's see. Yeah, I also had the thought that like you could use silicone or rubber. I don't know how you would make a rubber mold of one of these stamps, but you could definitely use silicone to make a mold. And have other materials that you then pour in, resin or soap if you're into soap making. But you can maybe make some rubber stamps from the metallic ones somehow. Maybe. Heather says, I've heard that red rubber stamps would work just as well, but not the clear stamps. Okay. Okay, so you also use the red rubber stamps for making soap and scented wax melts. And there's the, how's mom doing? Good. So her ribs are pretty much healed. She still has to be careful a little bit. But and she no longer has to worry about Grandma, Grandpa, and Aunt Norma. I mean, she still has paperwork that has to be done. But she's been trying to relax, and she was trying to make sure that this whole month she spent a good bit of time with Matt and Jody and the boys. So for now, she's doing good. I think it'll hit her after a while after they're gone, because she won't be able to just like run over and help out. She'll have to actually like pack her suitcase and get on a plane and so Mom Maggie said worked on another bit of Mirror Minotaur. Nice. You liked the kitty one. It's cute. CV says I got to see bats for the first time when we went to London Zoo in 2015. Then when you went to Houston in 2019, your mom and you went bat watching in the bayou. We currently have bats in one of the decorative, like there's a decorative bit on the side of the house, front of the house actually. This circle that has sort of like angled slats. It's supposed to be ventilation for the attic. Or somehow supposed to be ventilation. Anyway, it's supposed to have like chicken wire to keep anything from like any living things from going in. But it provides a place for little bat friends to hang. So I was hearing something high-pitched, and I was like, that does not sound like a bird. What is that? So I look up, and I'm like, I can see something in there. So we have somewhere around 8. And so now I've got to figure out what to do with them, because it's not really healthy for them to like be hanging around and pooping all over the front of our house. So I'm going to have to call and see who can take them away and hopefully like give them a home in the middle of the field and like catch some locusts and stuff in the fields. So yeah. Yep, the little band stamp is so very cute. Yes. So this was, I don't think I shared this one. This is the one that's on Mama Maggie's list. It's got little bees, or a bee, very decorative. That's what it looks like in the stamp. That's cool. Very cool. You bet bats in the bayou are crazy. Yeah. Stealing people's gumbos. Bees and cats. Cute stamps. Yes. The bats were right over our heads. The talk the tour guide gave was very informative and educational. Yes. Nice. Okay. This one has removable decorative invitation. Oh, okay. Let's look at this. I need to actually click the link. Yes. Oh, that one looks cool. That's a different shape. I say, as none of you can see what I'm looking at. So this is Magic Sword with Bee and Rose. That's what it looks like when it's got bee gold metallic on it. That's cool. That's cool. And the coffin shape as well in the background. So, very cool. Yeah, trying to relax is hard when you have to do it. Yeah, because then you relax. Then you get stressed about, are you relaxing enough? So, yeah, you would advise to call the ASPCA because bats are very endangered. Globally wise, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see. So, not sure what the rules are over there, or if the rules are different state to state. I suspect they're different state to state and even maybe county to county. But I will start with probably calling the local animal control and seeing who they recommend, because I don't think they're likely to do it themselves. I'd be very surprised if they do. So anyway, all right. Don't forget to save your documents. Now that we've been talking and chatting for forever, don't forget to save your documents. And yeah, have the fun. Don't forget to, let me pop in Devin's playlist. Copy. Paste. Don't forget that Charlie also streams on Friday evenings over on Twitch at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is in an hour and 20-ish minutes. No, hour and 40-ish minutes. There we go. In about 2 hours. So that's our threatened species due to habitat destruction and the use of insecticides, making their food source toxic. Okay. All right. Well, again, they may know, the animal control may know who to contact. I'm hoping that whoever does it will do it for free rather than charging us a whole bunch of money. That's what I'm hoping, but we shall see. I will update you on any information I get because, and besides, they have not been doing their job. I am still getting bitten by mosquitoes. They are not eating enough. That's my complaint. Not like mosquitoes actually give them enough of a meal. But yeah. So, alrighty. Don't forget to save. I will see y'all soon, and I may or may not have a new hobby by the time you see me next. Who knows? All right. Bye, y'all.